Can't lie, dude, this fucking sun situation is just an absolute, it's abysmal. Because then it's like half shaded, half not. It's just like a half chub, you know? Just enough to get you excited that something might go down, but nothing's actually going down, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, you know, boys, you ready to know what the secret to being rich is? That thing that has eluded you, that you watch everybody online when you're scrolling through content, you're like, geez, why is it that I'm such a loser? You know? And then everyone calls you a loser. You wanna know why you're not rich, bro? Because you haven't bought my course. That's why, because there's winners and there's losers in this world. And obviously you're a freaking loser and I'm a freaking winner. So that's gonna be that. And yeah, so just pay me a bunch of money to call you a loser. And people are like, hell yeah, dude, this is it. And then they go through the course or coaching or whatever. And they're like, shit, man, nothing's changed. But he's telling me things have changed, so shit, man, you know something? Something's wrong with me. And you just continuously blame yourself because that's what everyone tells you. And by the way, you wanna know what the key to being rich is? Not taking this shit too seriously. Yeah, that thing called life that you're freaking out about. When am I gonna figure it all out? Why don't I have $1 billion at 16? Yeah, that whole thing. It's because you take it too seriously. It's like a chick. The more she senses that you need her, you wanna know what happens? She's repulsed by you. Think of money no different. Money is repulsed by you. You wanna know why? Because money is an exchange of value. That's all it is. Whether it's in pesos, USD, Euro, or whatever they have in Zimbabwe. All right, it doesn't really matter. Because if you know how to attract value, then money will like you. But the problem is you want it so bad, and this is everyone you realize, they're like, dude, you need to break it down exactly into a mathemified state. And then I realized, like, man, you know, like when people say I need a routine, it's truthfully a skill issue. Like, this whole thing is a gigantic skill issue. It's not that you're like, oh, I'm not sure what I want to do with my life. Like, it's the way you think. Like, the way you think is fundamentally just wrong if those are the things that you want, because they're in opposition. Like, you're thinking like, I don't have any skills, but I want to be a guy that has no skills that has a lot of money. Like, you know how difficult that is? It's like saying I want to be a basketball player and I don't want to know how to play basketball. And you think that learning, okay, then I have to learn basketball. So give me a book on everything basketball. This is actually what it sounds like. Just to be super clear with you. Do you think you stand a chance? I mean it. With that mind frame, do you think you stand a chance? Of course not. I'm not saying that to be mean. That's why I started off this video being extremely, and that's actually one thing someone told me. This is a side note. They're like, you know, your videos, they come across like you're just like always after it every single day. And it's like, I am, but I'm probably one of the goofiest dudes you'll ever meet in your life. And someone said that. He's like, well, you know, until Crusade or until I actually got to speak to you, like, I didn't realize, like, you don't take anything too seriously. I'm like, no, I don't. I really don't. I don't attach myself to nothing besides this coffee pot and some coffee, baby. Get the hell out of here. There's very few things for me that really make me internally happy. And that's just because I know what all this stuff is. It's stuff. I like consuming very few amount of things, which is food. Oh, wicked pot of Arabic coffee. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my goodness. A cigar, ridiculous amount of meat. Pause. I'm talking about steaks. Get your mind out the gutter. Fish, meat, throwing it on the grill, eating, laughing, talking shit. That's all there is to life. And the reason why in my head what I think about the value of money is I can facilitate those things and be around the people that I care to be around 24/7. Thankfully with Crusadia, I just get to do that all the time online. But my goal is to move over into real life. It's way more fun, right? Sitting behind a computer, blue light maxing, like, what do you want me to pretend like I'm conquering the world? You know what's funny? It's actually how you conquer the world nowadays. Like, that's the whole irony of it. I'm sitting there messing around with like different softwares because Heartbeat is absolutely abysmal, and so instead of me waiting 3 months for something that should have taken 3 days, I'm gonna get an entire platform done in 3 months. That's the type of playfulness you need to have to life. You know something? You ruffled the wrong feathers. I'm that kind of guy where it's like, dude, you don't get it. I'm not attached to any of this stuff. Give me something to just get angry about or just piss me off about, and we'll just make it happen. Why? Because it's fun as hell. You need to be fun maxing. Word to my dog, Jack Berry. Inside Crusade, he's one of the guys that's integral part of what we're building. But that's the point. You gotta just fun max, man. And people think fun maxing means leisure maxing. And to be honest with you, I think leisure is important to have for people. But for me, I freaking hate leisure. No, that's why I always talk about emptying the energy clip. Do you get what I'm saying? You have to be playful with it, but in a way for me, like, I'm naturally intense. But intensity's fun to me. It's probably not fun to you. You probably feel it and you're like, dude, I have gray hairs. Rommy, Uncle, and that's another thing. Oh my goodness. Uncle Rommy, that's not very healthy. What is this shit? What do you mean it's not that healthy? It's not healthy to eat before bed. It's not healthy to not get that amount of sleep. It's not healthy. Who are you talking to? That's what I want to say. Who are you talking to? Do you think I care about what you think is healthy for me? And you wonder why. You do everything like everyone else, and you're wondering why you're like everybody else. Why there's nothing unique about you. Because you don't stand on business, bro. That's what it comes down to. I'm not joking when I say this. Getting rich, you just understand what dollars are for. They're fun coupons to get you things that you want to have a certain life setup. You think life setup is, oh, hose on a boat, I get to chill out and do absolutely nothing. That's not a life. That sounds actually awful. And if you walk that down to yourself, you probably think it's awful after a couple months. And then you're stuck back at square one. That's the point. I know what the money's for me. And the way that I make money has to enhance my soul. That's a part of it. Because if I'm gonna do this thing for a lot of hours out of my day, I sure as hell better appreciate what I'm going after and what I'm laying down day to day. And people think like passion means like, I love doing this thing every day. I hate literally 99% of the things I have to do. I'm not joking. I actually hate pretty much every part of what I have to do task by task wise a day. But I do it because I love the art. I guarantee you, no matter what, even if you love playing basketball, and guys that are really good at playing basketball, funny enough, don't even like basketball that much. Sport, even if it's like I'm really good at sales, people that are good at sales probably don't even love sales that much. They just like how it looks afterwards. They love that process and what that fulfillment feels like afterwards. That's the day-to-day process you need to get to. And if you have a day-to-day process, and yeah, that's a very difficult thing to find, by the way. I already know what you're thinking, but what is that? That requires you trying a lot of stuff, and it doesn't mean trying for the sake of trying. I'm talking about, okay, where's the world at today? What does the market actually want? Market meaning people. What do people actually want? What do people need? And people can include the regular, and this is the people that I personally love being around. This is the people that I care to have inside Crusadia, is the average guy that just knows how to kick it, have fun, but also knows like life is beyond just like going through the day-to-day. Screw that. Life's way too short for that. That's the person I speak to. Basically, the hidden outlaw amongst the middle class, where you grow up with, you know, parents that loved you, people around you, right? But you just didn't quite identify with anyone else in your life. That's who I'm targeting because those are the people I care to be around. So how can I best serve them? And the answer was basically doing the thing that I had to do all by myself, for myself. But instead of doing it in isolation, why wouldn't we just do it with a bunch of dogs that know how to have fun, that take shit seriously when it needs to be taken seriously? Life is serious, but you can't take yourself too seriously. That's the point. Because you have one shot at this. And people are like, well, I got one shot at this, it's gonna go bad. Or, who cares, bro, we're all gonna die. I disagree on both of those. And somehow you think they're in opposition, but they're not. It's the fine line. It's that just somehow circle around the actual answer. Life is precious because we only have one shot at it. But at the same time, you only have one life and you're going to the same place regardless. You might as well. There's no risk. Do you understand? There's no risk. Things go bad, okay, you're going to the same place regardless if things are going great or not great. But to me, it's like, well, my goal is to appreciate my life every second of every single day and lay it down on the line. That doesn't mean I have to be like this. Just chill out. Just calm down. You know what I mean? People too fucking just too much. Way too much, dude. Way too much. And you see it and you wonder why. Like, everyone's so uptight, especially in the States. I'm here in Albania, dude. They know how to kick it. They have the opposite problem. You know, they don't take anything seriously here. Well, I shouldn't say that. But my point is, like, they're very leisure-based. I'm not as leisure-based. But I love going out and being with people that enjoy leisure. They're great people for that reason. Even the businesses here. Half the family just pulls up and chills for most of the day. In the States, I'm in my work. Don't talk to me. I have to make this soulless corporate Zogslop conglomerate a lot more money because that's what I have to do. That's how they are. But that's my point, is in my head, there's nothing wrong with that, but like, if you hate your life as a result of that thing, then what the hell are you doing? What's the point of money? Money buys freedom, but people wouldn't know what to do with freedom if it smacked them in the face. They'd be more lost than they were even without the freedom. Because at least without the freedom, they're thinking about, I want freedom. That's more clarity than the other end. You can't take life too seriously. You just gotta have fun. And whatever vehicle allows you to play like a kid again, I promise you, you'll get to the promised land. And that's where it's like, listen, you know, I'll break down things that are like kind of fun, keep it lighthearted, that are much more pragmatic. Like, for example, the content video I had prior to this about the first 3 months. Of course. But none of it means a damn thing if you don't have this as a foundation. Because you're going to burn out because you're trying so hard and you feel every level of effort, and you're going up against a guy like me who's just doing this because it's like, what else is there to do? This is the most fun thing I can think of. In your head, you're like, it could probably be even more fun, to be honest. you know, because like I said, most of the things in my day, I'm like, this sucks. But I just take the pieces on the board and I play my pieces accordingly, and I just basically do it to where it's like I force my will onto what I want. That's it. It's no difference than working out. If I want my muscles to grow, then it requires tension. How are they looking, by the way? That's how it works. Yeah, it's going to require some uncomfort. But then uncomfort should give you something on the back end, an emotional feedback loop where it's like, hell yeah, dude. Muscles are looking bigger. Every time you go past the mirror after a shower and you hit a little gun show, yeah, you're like, it's worth it. I'm down. Absolutely. That's my point. If you want to get rich, then stop taking yourself so damn seriously. Stop taking the things that you want and stop repulsing value of money. That's what you're doing. It's repulsive. When somebody wants something that's like, I need this, I need this, I need this, like, slow down, just slow down. I need to have the things happen in my life that I want to, but that's not the energy that I have within me. In my head, I just give. Wear my heart on my sleeve. Oh, you break my heart? That's fine. My heart will be stitched back up, bigger, better, stronger, faster. And I do feel bad for a lot of people that feel lost, because that was me for most of my life, but it's because I was looking for the answer without realizing what I needed to become and what I needed to learn and the level of competence that was required for me to walk into these things. And I'm not even there yet, but it's so funny. The things that I'm doing at this current juncture when I'm recording this video, I know I'm unlocking a skill set, and real life takes a little bit. Real life, it lags. You'll be here internally, but external, it requires just a few little bit to just catch up. And that's all you're doing, is you're just paying down the debt for the future. So if you can't be in the now and appreciate the now, then you're just gonna be like, I don't have the results now, dude. It's not freaking working. This sucks, dude. Scam artists. Scams, dude. That's all it comes down to. OF, OFM. I mean, those dudes are absolutely soulless, but my point is that's just cope. It's no different than when you get in phenomenal shape. Everyone's there to be like, steroids. People just cope instead of just becoming better. That's what it comes down to. Just be better. Be better by practicing every single day, by being in the game every single day, by showing up every single day. That's it. The rest of it is not on you. And if it's not giving you what you want, then you probably need to have that input be a lot better, more concise, more clear. But you need clarity, man. And then at that point, it's devotion, not the ideal of discipline, devotion. I am obsessed with this because it gives me everything I've ever wanted. It is the most fun game I've ever played in my life. Of course I'm gonna win. And if you find that for yourself, you're going to win bigger than anyone possibly imagined. But it's coming down in today's world where this is possible. You can launch your own game, you can win your own game, and then you can own the game. It's the coolest shit ever. It's a real life Monopoly board. Anyways, I love you guys. From Uncle Rommy to the Natural Crusaders. Those of you guys that are Crusadia coded, join Crusadia. Don't be an idiot. Just join. You'll know right away whether it's for you or not. The resources I give you is well worth the price of admission. Cancel anytime. Don't be a jabroni. Seriously, don't be an idiot. Just sign up. Anyways, I love you guys. Uncle Rommy out. Peace. Kind of like starting off like this. How the triceps looking? They looking huge, Isaac, or what? What do we got?